Danger.
Improv. Improv. Danger. Yes, I'm back. Michael hosting for your listening pleasure. We come back with improv for a hangover special after our fantastic run at the new theatre. So, joining me in the studio today is...
Tamara.
Poppy.
I think I'm David.
I was Layla.
And I might be Dan.
That's right. You're here. It was going so well. Your ears do not deceive you, though. Dan Hatfield has returned from China.
Hey! And thank you for letting me in the studio.
He's very difficult to get rid of, but we have succeeded eventually. We will succeed eventually, I hope.
But not today,
Not
Mike,
today.
not today.
That is not a thing for today. So let's get started with round one, which will be first line, last line. Okay, we've played this before. If you've listened before, basically it's like audio freeze tag. So two people will start a scene, and then someone else will like a line that's said within that scene, and we'll start an entirely new scene using that last line as the first line for the new scene. It will all make sense when I set Dan and Layla off with the key word to start them off, provided by producer Ben.
Duck, the verb.
Duck the verb. Off you go.
Duck! There's a ferret at your head!
Oh God!
Get the ferret off your head! Why? I don't think this new system of hairdressing is working.
It's rubbish! I'm not going to the zoo for my hairdressing ever again!
Well, it was economical. It was cheaper than taking you for a perm.
It was cheaper than taking you up for a perm.
Well, you know, I think I like it. It'll do. Although next time, can we not have a student do it?
Yeah, but a student makes it look hip. It makes it look cool. It makes it look not mainstream. Like, I don't care. I study art.
Yeah, but I'm 80 years old. I don't want to look hip and cool and young. I just want a perm.
I don't want to look hip and young. I'm a really mature 10-year-old for my age. Mummy!
You have to get a perm. You have to. Stop complaining.
No! Oh!
It'll be fine. It'll be the coolest
I
kid in
will
school.
throw a strop. I will. You watch me.
We'll see.
I don't like you.
I don't like you. Your face fills me with distaste. Your every word makes me curdle with rage. And so I am sentencing you for 15 years in prison for the price of stealing a tube of Smarties.
This is the worst first date ever! I'm never doing online dating ever again!
You should have known from my page. I hand out judgment quickly. And I can't stand people that steal my Smarties. That's why my profile picture is a tube of Smarties.
Oh, now it all makes sense!
Oh, now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've been standing there for the last 2 hours trying to explain, the principles of economics, but suddenly, that one image that you use about the ducks in the pond, it all came together.
Yeah, well, the demand goes down like the ducks trying to dive in the pond, and the offer goes up like the ducks trying to fly.
I just wish you'd said that before.
I just wish you'd said that before. Now I know that Santa's not real. I'm really upset. Why couldn't you have told me when I was younger?
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Yeah, no.
Younger listeners.
It's sheer speculation. By non-believers. Rumours spread by the evil people. Anyway, continue with your scene. Who are you doing the scene with, by the way?
I don't really know. Mum,
Just point at a person.
Mum, why did you have to wait till I was 35 to tell me this?
Well, you were always a special boy. I thought maybe if I just kept getting you presents, that I'm underneath the tree, you wouldn't want to move out and leave me.
I'm really sad now. I don't think I can go on.
The Easter Bunny's still real. Don't worry about that one.
Really?
Totally real. Tooth Fairy, all real.
Can we have Easter today, on the 25th of December then, to make up for this terrible news?
Yes.
Yay! chocolate eggs and chocolate log in one sitting.
Okay, that's a lovely thing to end on. So, right, we'll move on to our next game. I'm going to send Dan out of the studio for a game of blind date. Okay?
Bye, Dan.
So again, we're going to need some suggestions from our producer, Ben.
Oh, shoot, I should have prepared some.
So, yes, we need quirks or characters for these people to have, so that Dan can choose his date in completely blind to what they are.
Okay. Right then. David. Oh, David.
Okay, yep.
You can be the Headless Horseman.
All right.
Tamara, you can be someone who has a real problem with eyeballs.
Okay.
Poppy. Poppy. You have you're immensely attracted to fir trees.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, so no acting necessary there. And Layla.
Hello.
Layla.
We need a celebrity person.
A celebrity person.
Oh,
Layla,
God.
you are Kesha.
Yay! My hero!
Okay, so I will now call Dan through.
Come on in, Dan.
Come on in, Dan. Come and use my mic, so that these guys can have it. You've got 4 lovely, beautiful people to choose from for your date. So
Wonderful.
off you go.
Hi guys, well it's lovely to be here on Blind Date. I'm really excited. So, question number 1. I like old school romance, flowers, chocolates, lots of wine, that kind of thing. So, if you were going to take me on a first date, where would you take me? Question 2, number 1.
Our first date would be upon a misty moor. The wind would howl, and the grass would sway, and the clouds would roll, and the lightning would crack. And we would ride through the night.
Well, that sounds lovely. I can feel your strong arms around me, keeping me warm in the stormy weather. Number 2, where would you take me?
Well, I like glitter. I really like glitter. And I found this really cool place. It's like a swimming pool outside, but it's got no water in it. And like all my friends, we just went there and like threw glitter at each other because we are young and like that's what we do. Did I mention I like glitter?
That sounds lovely and sparkly. I like glitter too. It's so pretty.
I like glitter.
Number 3.
Well, I am super into nature, so I would probably take you on a really romantic treehouse date, and we would just bring a picnic basket up into the trees and like sway on the branches and hold our pine cones together.
And number 4.
I would take you to see a film because while I love all these romantic stuff, I wouldn't want to look you in the eye. Sorry, it's not personal, it's just a thing.
Okay. Well, I have been thinking about my wedding day since I was little. I've got it all planned out. It's going to be so fabulous. But I want to know, if we did really hit it off, if we did tie that knot, where would you like to get married? Number 1.
I think a hat shop might be nice, because, well, I've always had problems with hats, and it would be nice to spend some time somewhere that was a little more head-orientated than what I'm used to. I'm not sure if I could carry it off, but I would give it a go for you, my dear.
And number 2.
Well, you know, tick-tock, the clock is ticking. You gotta be really careful about, like, waiting too long to get married. Also, you know, I'd probably brush my teeth with Jack Daniels in the morning so that my breath would smell really nice, and then I just cover myself in glitter. I like glitter.
That's lovely. That sounds like a musical reference, so we might be here a while I try to work that one out.
Glitter.
Number 3.
I would take you to just the depths of a sequoia forest, and you would just have the most barky dress on. If you could just be really rough and branchy, that would be so hot. And also, if like all of our guests had to sit on stumps and then just like touch pine needles the whole time, that would be really romantic for me.
And number 4.
It would have to be somewhere outdoors, which would give us the license for every single person in that wedding to be wearing sunglasses. Again, it's a personal quirk, nothing personal.
And is it time for the last question? One more, is it?
You can fit one more quick question in.
One
yes.
more question. If you were a bowl of soup, what soup would you be? Number 1.
Shark's head soup.
Number 2.
I would be soup with a $sign in the middle of it.
And number 3.
Something oaky.
Oh.
Number 4.
Soup that doesn't contain mushrooms or any round thing because they sort of remind me of eyes.
Okay. Well, thank you for your answers. This is going to be interesting. Number 2, are you Kesha?
I like glitter.
Wow. I thought there was no hope of Dan getting a musical reference. Oh well, well done.
Thank you. Number 3, are you a tree? Or like a dryad or a lumberjack? Am I close?
She wouldn't want to cut them down.
It's to do with trees.
It's to do with. Are you a squirrel?
Think more basic.
Are you? It said, are you a tree?
If she wouldn't want to cut them down,
A hippie?
How would you feel
It's the person that would hug trees, a tree hugger. Number 4. Don't like eyes. You don't like looking people in the eye. Okay. And number 1. I have out on the moors, the weather, the not being able to wear
upon
hats.
my noble steed. You might have to tell me where we're going, because I struggle to see these days. What with lacking a certain appendage.
Are you the headless horseman?
Brilliant, well done, Dan. Okay, we're gonna go to a song now. Here's "Keep the Car Running" by Arcade Fire. Oh, we're back! It's the Danger Edition. Improv. Yeah. Okay, we're going to get going again with Genre Game, and this is for the 3 girls, Tamara, Layla, and Poppy. We are going to see a scene in normal, as life is. Where
we're going to see a scene.
A scene.
On the radio.
See a scene. We're going to listen to a scene, and at different times, I'm going to stop the scene and change the genre completely. Ben, have you got a situation you'd like to see played out?
Grave robbers.
They are grave robbers. Okay, you're grave robbers starting in neutral. Off you go.
Have you got the shovels?
Yeah, I've got the shovels. Steve, have you got the body bag?
I've got it, but I only have one.
Oh, that's a
Mommy.
bit irritating.
Gonna go back in the car to get the other buddy bag.
Okay. All right, we best start digging.
Why is it so hard? All
Probably-
this ground is clay.
Yeah. Oh
It's
wait,
gone.
what? The car's gone?
Yeah, somebody stole the car.
Oh no! That's
got
really
robbed.
inconvenient.
Genre switch. Horror.
There's blood all over the ground.
And we're the only ones here.
Where did my leg go?
Don't look behind you.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna look.
Okay.
Somebody tell me.
Genre switch. Over the top action film.
Oh my god,
Grape is on fire!
Ah! I'm gonna leap on it and put it out with my sheer human flesh!
It's a grenade!
Let's run in slow motion while we smoke a cigarette.
Da 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 da
Dun,
da
dun,
da
dun,
da. There are explosions coming from the ground for no reason whatsoever.
Run!
Are
Ah!
all these bodies mines?
Yeah. God, lots of epic action and really descriptive things happening
Oh, look!
visually.
The car's back. Let's chase that other car.
Rom-com.
I love the way you say car.
I never got the chance to say this, but you complete me.
Oh, you had me at you.
If only I could find someone as great as you guys.
Yeah.
This will be everlasting love for me.
Poorly translated Korean.
I not enjoy silly love story.
Confusion.
Car gone again. Me chase after car. Go.
Happiness.
Confusion.
Okay, film noir.
I chased after the car, but it was gone again. I didn't know who had taken it, or what had taken it, but I was sure there was a bigger conspiracy unfolding in front of my eyes.
Little did she know that the dame who'd stolen the car was the very same who'd murdered the body that we were digging up in the first place.
All of a sudden, saloon doors bang open. What a dame! She walks in, lights up a long cigarette. What are you here for?
This final sort of confrontation is going to be in the style of an Agatha Christie sort of Poirot reveal, if you can.
I say, the Contessa was clearly responsible for the murder here.
Crikey, I do believe you are correct. How on earth did you deduce that?
Well, I looked at the monocle underneath the car door, and I deduced it rather quickly by the letter written in Helvetica Bold, who was
There's only one who used Helvetica Bold in these town.
yes, and that is her.
You're right. It's been me all along. I'm really sorry, but I had to.
I'm really sorry, but I had to. What a lovely line to end on. Okay, we're now going to swap in the two guys, and they're going to play a game of change. They're going to do a scene, but if I don't like a choice they make or want to just play around with them, then I can say change, and they have to change the variable that they just added into the scene over and over again until I'm satisfied. So, Ben, would you like to suggest a situation you would like played out by these two fine-looking gentlemen?
Oh, situation. French cafe.
They're in a French cafe.
Ah, Pierre, this novel you are writing is rubbish. What is this with the hungry caterpillar? No one is interested in that. Where is the romance?
Change.
The drama. Where is the drama?
Change.
Where is the fear? The
Change.
Where are the laughs? This caterpillar is not funny. He just eats and feels ashamed of his eating, and then he becomes the butterfly. It's not funny.
Who said it was supposed to be funny? Jean-Paul. I do not want this to be a comedy. I want it to be full of raw emotion.
Change.
I want it to be full of action and adventure.
Change.
I want it to be full of allegories about greed.
Change.
I want it to be all about the suffering of the starving children.
Change.
I want it to be all about peace and harmony in the world.
Right, peace and harmony. We can do that. Waiter, get me another wine. We must write peace and harmony.
Of course, we cannot write about peace and harmony without being somewhat squeaky, no?
We will have 2 glasses, and then it will seem plausible.
Exactement.
Change the French saying exactement. Keep it within a French stereotypical phrase, but
We must keep it all with the drinking, and then we will be relaxed, n'est-ce pas?
Absolutely. This idea about the world peace, it has a certain je ne sais quoi to it.
C'est vrai.
Oui.
That is true. So, now that we are suitably inebriated,
Change.
Now that we are slightly more merry,
Change.
now that we are utterly off our heads, let us knuckle down to this. What is it? The story about
The story about the little worm, I think it
Yes,
was.
that is the one. The little
The hungry worm who eats all the dirt.
Eats all the
Exactement.
change.
The hungry worm who eats all the vegetables.
Change.
The hungry worm who must eat his pride.
Sacre bleu! That is most impressive, Jean-Paul. I love your imagination.
And then all the children will read this book, they will learn to swallow their pride, and they will grow up all not prideful, and we will have peace and harmony, and you and I, Paul and Jean-Paul, we will have brought world peace.
Rise up, the Bohemian Revolution!
Oui! Voila!
C'est fini.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Right, we're going to go straight into Story Die. So that's for all of you if you want to line up with your respective microphones in some way. And yes, it's simple. We're going to have a story, but all of them are going to tell it. And obviously it's improvised, so they have no idea what each other is going to say. And I'm going to change who says what, who, when.
Use your
when
words,
I choose
Mike.
to. It's not been a good day, has it?
Well, it is a hangover edition.
It is a hangover edition. Okay, so Story Die. What lovely little sort of children's story would you like to hear
A
today?
children's story. I mean, currently I want to hear about the worm who ate his pride. Can we
okay.
hear that story?
Yeah, we'll do the worm who eats his pride. Okay, French accents are optional. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to start.
One day, Bob the worm was walking around the forest, and he saw something that upset him greatly.
It was a mirror, and he saw in it his own reflection. He noted, my, I'm looking good, but then suddenly he realized that was vanity.
And vanity is the thing that killed his mother. He was very sad, and he decided, I must cleanse myself of this feeling of pride and vanity.
So he made a nice bubble bath to try and cleanse himself of all that pride and vanity, but then he realised that wasn't exactly what the word cleanse meant. So he thought he'd better...
But everywhere he looked in the bathtub, he saw his own reflection, and all he could do was think about how beautiful he was, and he thought he'd better get out of there before he got any more prideful, so...
So he got his towel, he leapt out of the bath, and cried unto heaven, O Lord!
Why have you not given me limbs with which to towel myself?
And the Lord did speak to him. You, worm, you are the smallest of my creatures, and I did not give you limbs.
And then the worm responded, But how shall I find limbs? And the Lord said, Go forth.
And buy them in a Tesco.
I hear they're made of horse meat. They should be delicious.
And you want delicious limbs, of course,
Why wouldn't you? So the worm went to Tesco's.
to buy his horse limbs.
Which were delicious.
And wonderful.
And clean.
And then he realized that this whole plot was actually so that he could cleanse himself of pride.
And that wasn't working.
Somebody die! So he decided what he needed to do was a thing
Maybe
that
Die! Thank you. Not at all
Everyone
cute.
could win.
Yes, it's
You
true.
know what? Let's just wrap up the story.
Let's
Everyone
wrap
has to
up the
win
story. It's
Yeah,
been
Mike.
beautiful so far. Sorry, I do like losers. Bobby, continue from where we were.
Oh, okay, well, he decided that he would take up the cause of horse meat contamination, and this would be the source of his, soul purification.
And then the Lord spoke to him again and said,
My son Worm, I am pleased with your progress.
Which is remarkable given that you have no limbs, despite having bought some which were made of horse meat which you've now eaten, which is a little bit weird because you are a worm.
Thank you.
The
End. Thank you very much to all the contestants. We are at the Bag of Nails on Tuesday. Doors open at 7, starts at 7:30. It's £2 each.
Woo!
See you there. Bye.